defense got the better of us today, but we're working. As you see next time in the scrimmage, we're working to get better. It's work in progress. I'll say that's about it.
How do you feel like this kind of the energy and kind of the vibe around this program has really kind of changed compared to what you guys had to endure last year?
It's a lot more energy around the building. As you can see, our coach has a different energy. It starts with our head coach. And you can find him around playing chess, playing video games with us, anything you could think of. I think that's what it starts with. And that's just that energy that he brings upon us, it spreads around. It's infectious, like he says. And we love it. We love it as a team.
How do you guys like that air of kind of competitiveness, you know, whether it's like kind of the arena segments during practice or just kind of, you know, going back and forth with Kenny like that?
Yeah, like when you hear that music go off and it's a competition period, your blood, it's a different adrenaline rush. The one-on-ones, you never know if you're going to get called, but that adrenaline rush is second to none. I love it. I love it. And it brings the competitiveness out of everybody. And, yeah, that's what we need as competitors.
It seems like the offense, the scheme itself is a lot more aggressive and fast tempo than the last few years. You know, what are some of the things that, you know, from a wide receiver's perspective, that really kind of jumps out to you about how like to utilize you guys?
We got an offensive-minded coach. I know he wants to throw that ball. Coach Dillingham and Coach Baldwin, they're both geniuses. I love them to death. Whatever they call, I believe in it. And I love the aggressiveness they play with. And if you go and you look back at their resumes, they're throwing that ball, so I love it.
I mean, you're one of a handful of the returning receivers, but a lot of new faces in that room as well. How's that dynamic coming along?
I love it. I love competing. A lot of people think when they bring in new guys, I'm supposed to feel some type of way. You know, I love winning, and whatever the coaches have in mind, I'm gonna go with that. I just love competing, and I love good players on our squad. It's better to have depth than nothing. So.
Was it nice to break it up and be in the stadium for a change?
Yeah. It's always a different vibe on the grass out there, especially that fresh breeze is different. You know, on the practice field, it's beautiful, but on that game field, it's a different rush in the body for sure. Love it.
Quarterback competition, of course, is kind of the spotlight here. From a wide receiver, you know, building that rapport and the chemistry, how does that work when there's still, you know, kind of question their quarterback? A lot of guys rotating a lot. It's not necessarily that, you know, one guy that you know of as of yet that you can lock in on.
I mean, we have like 5 to 6 guys that can all throw the ball. It's all about you getting open most of the time. I mean, all the quarterbacks can play. Nobody is out there looking awful. And I love all 5, 6 of our guys. They all can throw the ball. They all give me the ball perfectly. So I love them all. Trent, Jacob, Bennett, Jaden, all of them. Love them to death. Great competition going on.
You know, last year was pretty difficult. What were some of the lessons that you were able to kind of learn from there, that you were able to kind of incorporate going forward?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me take it a pause and I'm gonna think real quick for that. Last year, say it one more time, Brad.
Just, you know, obviously, you know, a tough year for the program last year, but what are some of the lessons, you know, going through that adversity that you're able to take away and kind of incorporate going forward?
Finishing, you know, we had a few games where we had our foot through the door and we couldn't finish. That's the biggest thing, I think, is finishing. I feel like we out-talent most of the teams we play against, and we just have to finish, keep our foot on people's necks all 4 quarters of the game. That's about it. I feel like this year should be good, and Coach Dillingham is emphasizing finishing, so it should be a great year for us.
Chad, sorry this has been asked already, but in terms of the depth of this wide receiver room, it just seems like a lot more filled out with guys with you know, contrasting skill sets and guys who can match up in different situations. How much different would you say it is from last year?
We for sure do have a lot more faces that can go. No really no change. We just got a lot more depth and a lot more problems for the DBs we play against to worry about. That's how I see it.
6 practices in the books, 9 to go. What are some of the things that on your personal to-do list that you like to get checked off, you know, through the rest of the
I want y'all to catch a few of my catches so all the Sun Devil Nation can see at practice. I feel like everybody has to see what I can do. You guys still haven't seen what I can do, and hopefully I can showcase to you guys. That's about it. You know? I'm just trying to show you guys what I can do.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.